My name is Shorupan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Nvest. In this video, we're going to take a look at Nvest's corporate structure, why we chose this corporate structure, and why we feel like it benefits and helps us to execute our mission. Nvest is a conglomerate holdings company headquartered in the United States. The parent company is the company we refer to as Nvest Inc. It is the company through which we invest and take equity stakes into the various other businesses that we want to own. It's not unlike many of the other conglomerates that you may have read about or you may have analyzed in the past. There are pros and cons to the business model. For the less technical audience, I'll take a minute to explain what that means. A holdings company or a conglomerate is a corporate entity through which you own other assets. Lots of times people use holdings companies to own real estate assets, investments in equities, investments in other startups, investments in marketable securities, whatever it so may be. And there have been some very large conglomerates as companies tend to consolidate and form these. Why we felt like this business model worked for Nvest is because it allowed us to satisfy two crucial components that we knew we needed to get right. The first one is we needed to have a global reach, and everyone around the world engages with financial services differently. There will never be a one-size-fits-all bank or a one-size-fits-all financial services company that can service everyone. The different geographies across the world that are gaining relevance in Asia, in Africa, need catered, customized approaches. And we knew the way to do that is by investing and incubating companies in those regions. And so to have that global reach, to fulfill our mission of helping the world become one of owners as opposed to spectators, we felt like we needed to have a holdings company structure model. The second has to do with our industry. And our industry obviously being the blockchain, being the cryptocosm, blockchain-enabled startups is one that is always under dynamic change. Since it's so early, you can never be sure which company is going to make it in the long haul. So the best approach to take, as there is this massive land grab happening, is a diversified portfolio of promising companies that are all relatively aligned in their trajectory, have a common value set that will allow you to reap the rewards of the big winners while mitigating the losses of some of the losers. And so because of the nature and the newness of our industry, a holdings company makes a lot of sense. Thirdly, it's great for our shareholders. We take a lot of pride in making sure our constituents are taken care of, and the holdings company business model where you get to allocate and raise and allocate capital at very cheap costs and then get to accrue that at a much higher degree, a higher book value, whether you're accruing that via capital gains or whether you're accruing that by dividends of the subsidiaries, is one that allows the shareholder to incur substantial gains quickly. And so that is the third reason why this business model works. So a global reach, a dynamic industry, positioning ourselves well within that dynamic industry, and then of course taking care of our shareholders. These three things within the light of our greater mission made us choose this as the corporate structure. After seeking some much sought after counsel, they revalidated that this business model was the way that we can execute our vision. And so we're going to take a look in the next couple of videos at the three departments of companies that we invest in. Three lenses through which we take equity stakes. The first one is Nvest Capital. Nvest Capital is, as the name implies, a capital management business where we take our capital and we deploy it in strategic businesses where we feel like it can provide returns. The second business is Nvest Labs. Nvest Labs is a research and development company that looks at the most cutting edge components of the blockchain space and just greater the technology space as a whole. And the third one is Nvest Studios. And Nvest Studios is a media conglomerate company that helps the other Nvest brands tell their story and helps other blockchain companies tell their story. We feel that with these three components, we are able to take any blockchain startup and run them through this machine in a way that they can be productive for their founders and for our shareholders. Again, we're going to break down what exists within these three units of our business, how we use them to complement each other, and where we see this three-phase machine going. Thank you.